All right, good evening, folks. Now, I've been watching a lot of videos within the past couple hours here about the Delphi, but also Idaho 4, right? A lot of new footage out of the bar, of them all in the bar, hanging with each other. Uh, you got Jack 1, you got Jack 2 there, you got Adam, and you got the police, right? What are we actually seeing? What are we really seeing? Well, what we really don't know is behind the scenes. Did all these people know each other and hang out with each other? The other question is, was it a setup? All right. Now, there's new videos out saying that the girls might have been, I hate to say it, you forgive me, but ladies of the night within a group of individuals, which, if that comes to be true, that would make sense why Maddie turned around and told Big Joe Jabola, uh, we would never F you, mister, or something like that. That would something's going on here in this Idaho 4 case, much like the Delphi case. You know, it was a madhouse. But let's take a look at a photo real quick of the bar to see what we can see. Right? Let me turn off my light so it ain't glaring back in the TV. All right, let me turn on a different light so I can see before I trip over something. Nah, son of a gun. All right, let's take a real quick look at a photo real quick. I'll blow it up. All right. This is from another channel because you can't find it. And I'm not playing none of their uh, video or anything. I'm just showing the still photo of the bar. Here's Adam in the corner. Here's the cop, right? With the black hat on, supposedly. Here's Jack, show master or shore washers, whatever his name is. Here's Jack uh, D, right here talking to the girls. Right now, who's this character right down here? Shaved head, got a beard, sort of black. I don't know. Okay. But I have some questions about this because all the people that are suspects in the case have all appeared together at the bar. The only person we are missing from the bar that so called was there, which we haven't seen all the footage that has been released, and I can't find it anywhere. How did these people get that footage? Where did it come from? I don't know. A lot of people are saying it was Circus Psycho or whatever that guy was that put out the video first, the information. But where did that come from? Here's my point. The point is them girls were on camera way before they even walked in to the bar. And them girls were on camera from the time they walked into the bar all the way practically to their house. Okay. For number two, it was a real Uber driver or whatever that drove him home, and he came forward, right? And they probably tracked down all of his information. But here's the thing out of this whole case that I'm not buying is something's up. Either this was a setup to rip off the college, and they were all in on it, or it was a prostitution ring and possibly drugs. And them girls were being used, maybe. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't really want to think that, because we all got daughters that age, right? But anything is possible. How did she get that brand new vehicle? She paid for it herself. How? Where did the money come from? Where did all this stuff come from? Was it a scam that these people were pulling and they got caught and they paid the price? We don't know. What we do know is them girls were on camera way before they even walked into that bar, and all the way to the food truck were on camera. That's what we do know. And there is footage of that bar from the time they walked in to the time they left. And I got one more question for the government. Why wasn't that released from day one of the case when they released the food truck video? And let me tell you why. Because if it's true what some of these people are saying, and that's an officer, if that is a cop in that video talking to them people, they got big troubles coming. Big troubles coming. That's why it wasn't released. And that would be a cover up, folks. And that's why I only do one show a night. We're looking at massive amounts of possibly corruption. Now, I know that don't make sense to a lot of you folks out there, but it does to me. And it does to probably some FBI agents and other people that are looking at this going, what is going on? I agree with you folks. Are we looking for a white vehicle? We're looking for many white vehicles in the Idaho 4. We're looking for a pickup truck that's all white. We're looking for a white either Ford Fusion or a Focus or a Alante, Hyundai, or whatever. They're looking for numerous white vehicles. And is it suspicious that these vehicles that were driving around, even at the food truck, that white pickup truck, drove right past the food truck and drove right past Maddie and Kaylee and stopped on the corner. The same white pickup truck that was at Jack's house, the house right behind the girls. What are we dealing with? Well, there's rumors that Jack and his family have connections with the college and the police and government, that there's some bigwigs or something. What are we looking at? Well, very ugly stuff, folks. I can tell you that much. Yeah, very, very crazy stuff that's coming out. I imagine them girls are on camera. I imagine every single one of them stores on that sidewalk have cameras. And I bet, well, I don't bet because I'm not a betting man, but there's probably a lot more footage of what them young ladies were coming from and going to. But it hasn't been released yet, probably. I don't know. Why would they hold we knew right off the bat if they were at the bar, there was footage of it. We knew that from day one. As soon as it came out while the girls were at the bar, we knew we got footage because every bar has a camera for security. Pretty much any store that they walked by, 9 out of 10 chances is they had a security camera outside and was recording the whole thing. And they just can't get out of this one. Either this is some maybe crazy cult gang, a sex thing. Uh, we've even been looking on the internet. I believe them young ladies were on dating sites. We've been doing all kinds of checking and everything. Do I believe they? Yeah, I believe their photos, and they might not even have known that their photos were being used on dating sites. Yeah, this is going to get, it's going to get ugly before it gets better. It's going to get more crazier before it gets better. The whole new thing is the talk about Kaylee's father and Jack D, the look they had at the funeral or whatever that was going on. I was more concerned about the look in Jack Decor's face and eyes, like, hey, I brainwashed everybody. I got connections, family way up high, make big donations to government, and there's or it was a look of, I can't believe you think I did this, and the rest of the family thinks Jack's innocent except for the father. Maybe. Once again, my condolences to the whole family. To all the families, my condolences. But something ain't right here. Where'd this information come from? How'd they get this information of the bar footage when that might not have been what the government wanted, was for that to be released? How did they get that footage? Well, if the bar owned the footage, the bar could have leaked it out. Heck, they can have a leaker within the police department, and the police department leaked it out. There's numerous things of how did they leak that footage out. Here's the thing, that footage should have been released from day one of the Idaho 4 killings. They should have came out and said, this is what we know, and this is the footage we got. And that video of the bar, all of it, from the time they walked into that bar to the time they walked out, should have been released right away. But it wasn't. And there was a reason for that. It was suppressed. Why? Well, because you had the players in the game in that video. And that is interesting. Here is a video that no one could find on YouTube, but we're seeing it on certain crime channels. How did they get that? We're all asking that. So now they are looking for numerous white cars in this case, whether the police like it or not. The white pickup truck that passed the food truck and the girls as they were walking down the sidewalk, which is looks like the same pickup truck that was in Jack's driveway in the photo. They're looking for the white Hyundai. They're looking for the white that appears to me to be a white Ford Focus. And these people might have sent everybody on a wild goose chase because politics were involved. Possibly prostitution. We don't know. Drugs. Now, a lot of people are making a lot of comments on the girls and the photos that they put out, that they were very promiscuous, very Uh, Sexual photos. Well, I don't know about that. Young college girls, we've seen that before. It was their right to put out the photos, but they might have sent them photos to a boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever, you know, and they were put out. Maybe the girls were just that way, very sexual or sensual or whatever you want to call it, and they put the photos out themselves. I wouldn't doubt it. Uh, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're adults. They're over 18 or 21 or whatever. And that's a very interesting question that people are putting out. What are we really looking at? I don't know. A mess. But one and one don't equal two all the time. And now you got these videos out that I've seen myself that the girls were killed on the 13th, that the address of the house adds up to 6, the whole Roman numerals uh, of the college, the EX, uh, or Roman letters. You know, what are we looking at? Evil, probably. Very much evil. And we've seen it in so many cases. The Delphi case, people can't get by that it was a big group of people. It wasn't just one guy. Many probably were okay, maybe they got 2 people, right? In the Delphi case. But what about all the people that were using that fake account, the Anthony Shots account? What about all the people that maybe Keegan Klein and the rest of these guys that were passing photos? What about them people? You know, what about the drugs and the people saying they belong to these things? The whole Sean Harmon, and it was the syndicate. Maybe it was the Italians. Maybe. I don't know. Because I don't have all the proof or the evidence. The police do. Now, whether we believe the police or not, that's a whole nother subject. I'm getting worried. I'm getting really scared and of what uh, we are experiencing. What we are experiencing is the Lord revealing the corruption with us. You know, He's revealing it to us, and we're like, "Is we didn't know? Please close the curtain. We didn't know it was that bad, but it is." I mean, what are we really seeing on YouTube? We're seeing a lot of stuff, a lot of crazy stuff. Whole mob war now breaking out again over these people being on YouTube and the whole mafia thing. Yeah, this is madness. Oh my God. Horrible. Just horrible. We got police that used to be police, but they're not police no more. Comes to find out they ain't police no more because they were bad people. Oh, it's horrible. We need teams of security armed, much like small platoons around some of us, because it's that bad. So me, myself, I punched in on YouTube uh, video of Idaho 4 students in the bar, footage of the bar inside. Can't find it nowhere. A lot of people are bringing up, how did these people get this video? Who released it? Where'd it come from? Mainly it's, why didn't they release this video in the beginning of the case? And that's because I think they're trying to either set somebody up or they wanted to hide something. My best guess is. So I made a bunch of people mods today just to make them feel good. You know, I don't know. They could be, I've been watching a lot of stuff. What could a mod actually do to a channel? I don't know. They could block me from even being in my chat. It's unreal. I'm like, are you kidding me? Hey, this is unbelievable. You know, very, very bad stuff going on. Very espionage uh, stuff going on YouTube, and it's just nuts. And people think they can't get in trouble. I'm like, no, no. They're. I think they're hunting these people down. You know, that's just my opinion. Do I think there will be no repercussions for some of these YouTubers that have been tracked and they're being tracked and they're putting out fake videos and attacking people in their chats? No, I think, and taking over channels. No, I think there will be repercussion for it, probably. Uh, I'm not too worried about it, folks. What, you know, that there's nothing we could do about it. I'm not a hacker, so I can't hack into the so-called system, right? We don't know. We don't. I don't know. You got people bringing up people's past on YouTube. Oh my God, 1974, he was picked up for smoking a doobie. Yeah, who cares? 1979, he got pulled over once and for a seatbelt. Who cares? Unless they're mass murderers or killers or rapists uh, or terrorists, we really don't care. I seen that in the Summer Wells case. Excuse me. Where people were bringing up Don's past when he was 12 and had a girlfriend that was 10. I'm like, who cares? What does that have to do with anything other than he started dating at a young age or whatever? Who didn't? Who didn't have a curious mind to the other sexual race at that age, 12, 13, 14? You know, we'd have to lock up half of the world. But the Idaho 4 case, something fishy's going on. I think it is corruption. I think it is. Some of these YouTubers that we're watching are affiliated with bad things. And the reason they're getting away with it is the organization or the police officer that might be related to some of these people, or they're rats. They're rats. And now they've been exposed to the real world. You know, they might have been rats for the police, but what they did was they led people on a goose chase and blamed other people for it, innocent people. And that is obstruction of justice. And here's what we really have to ask ourselves as a community, as a citizen: how much are we going to put up with? How much are we going to allow these creators that have made false accusations and put up video? How long are we going to let them go? I don't know. If you ask me, there's no harm in it unless they're trying to wreck someone's life. Then that's slander, and you're trying to wreck their reputation. You're calling their jobs. You're digging up information. Now, if you ask me, some of these YouTube sleuths are breaking laws by digging up information, personal information on people. Then that's breaking the law, folks. Back in the day, if they caught you doing that, you'd be lucky to have the police catch you before the people that you were digging up private information on caught you, because you probably wouldn't be here. And I'm not trying to sound bad or anything. I'm just saying, back in the day, a YouTube sleuth would have either been beat to death or picked up by the police for being a spy, a hacker. And that brings up questions of, why are we letting these people get away with this? I don't know. We got people coming into this crime community and it really ain't a true crime community. It's just a community that reports on crime. It should be changed to reporting on the crimes. They're not investigators. Now, of course, if the government's corrupt enough, they could make somebody out to be law enforcement, right? When they're really not. I mean, we're dealing with corruption. I'm not taking nothing off the table. And they are all suspects. Even now, the police are suspects in the case. I hate to say it. I don't think they're going to come off this country that easy. These guys that are here to protect and serve the citizens. And what is interesting is it would make sense if the video that I watched is a true video, and it was true that these girls were being pimped out, let's say. Uh, that makes sense why Maddie turned around and said that to Big Joe Eyebrows or whatever his name is, that they would never sleep with someone like them or whatever, or they would never they would never F somebody like that or whatever. That would make sense. That maybe in an escort service, I've been doing a lot of research, folks. In a escort service, they usually have a man with them that delivers them to it. And waits outside until that customer is done. Then the woman comes in. And that's an escort escorting the escort to make sure there's no trouble or anything. What are we looking at here in this case? I don't know. It's going to get interesting. I can say that much. Excuse me. It's against the law to wreck someone else's channel. These folks don't watch or read laws about the internet. And for people putting out photos and information saying this is the killer and doctored photos and everything, yeah, it don't look good. It looks like somebody's got a grudge, maybe jealousy or something like that. I don't know. You know, hey, everyone has been jealous, but when you go out of your way to wreck someone's life or stalk them, that's too far. I'm sorry. I even got morals. So it's interesting to see what will come of this. Is there witchery? Now, I watched some videos saying that we believe it's witchery or sorcery. The numbers add up. All right, I believe it. It's witchery, sorcery. We're going back to medieval times. All right, I'd believe it. Something fishy is up. I want my team to be locked and loaded, baby. And shoot first and ask questions later. We don't know. This could be some kind of a scam that they got caught. And the price they paid was their lives. It could have been a prostitution ring. And they paid the price with their lives. It could have been a drug ring. It could have been a secret society, frat house, gone mad. Maybe these police were related to some of these kids or whatever. We really don't know until the case is closed. But I can tell you this much. That video that was just released of them inside the bar is very, very suspicious. And for one, I'm looking at something's up. A cover up was in the works because that video of them girls in the bar should have been released along with the food truck video. Everything should have been released. This is what we got, folks. These young ladies were at this bar, we got them tracked, walking all over town from every single security camera. From the time they walked into the bar to the time they walked out of that bar and all the way to the food truck. You know, we got the white truck that was parked at Jack's at the food truck. We got the other white cars. We got the video just released. We got what looks like, I don't know if it is, but it does look like the sheriff that's running the whole thing in the bars with the girls. If that ain't suspicious, folks, I don't know what is. I don't. Hello, Deborah Ann. How are you doing? I don't feel very well. Oh, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. You didn't miss. No, I'm just talking about the case. That's all. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. But it does make it interesting. And now politics are involved because there's a video out saying that Jack's parents are high chalants and donate to the college and they know the district attorney or something like that, or politics, folks. Homeland Security will probably be watching. Could it have been something as devious as that? It could have been. Could it be what some of these YouTubers are saying? That these girls were for a certain price of money, and God forbid, I know it sucks. I know them accusations suck, and I've seen it myself. I've seen the videos that are saying that the girls were high priced women. And I said no. Even I commented in the video, I don't think so. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't think so. But that would make sense why Maddie said we wouldn't F your kind or whatever at the food truck to the one Joe guy. And that would make sense. Maybe they were known as free spirit women on campus or whatever. We really don't know. You know, I don't know. Does anybody know? I mean, maybe I'm way out of line on this video, but I just showed you folks the photo of the bar. All the people that are suspects are in the photo of them in the bar, right? Something fishy's going on here, folks. Could it have been a scam and it went bad? Could it have been? It could be numerous things. And you know what? I want to give a shout out to all them people in these other chats that I've been in and have been coming up with incredible theories. And I always say there is no bad theory in a crime case, especially a murder, a quadruple murder. Yeah, there's no bad theories. Anything is possible when it comes to evil. And these people are turned away from them channels. We got a radicalist here or a conspiracy freak. And I'm like, only a few people knew how real conspiracies are. People wouldn't be, they'd be singing a different tune. So, yeah, it's very interesting to see what happens in the Idaho 4 case. And I did show you a video because I can't find it nowhere. It's only in Circus Crazy Minds video. How did he get that information? He's saying someone else released it. I don't know. What is it? Psycho Circus or whatever's video. I can't find it on there. I even typed in Idaho 4's footage of Barr in the murder. Can't find it anywhere. It's only coming up on certain channels. Well, how are they getting this information? And why was this information suppressed when it should have been released along with all the rest of the videos that were out right away? And that's where I think somebody dipped into something they shouldn't have. And they pulled out a photo of the bar. But we know this much. We're not dumb. We know if there's a still photo from the bar, that equals up to real footage, video of the time they walked in till the time they walked out, probably with also audio. Oh, we'll find out exactly what's going on. That's what we do, right? Well, some of you do. Me, I don't. Why? Because I ain't going to hack someone's computer to get information. Especially, I'm not going to hack the government. We don't know. They could have hacked a channel. They could have hacked a news channel. They could have hacked the bar and got the footage. They could have paid the bar money and got that footage when the police didn't want any of that put out yet. Ooh, this is ugly. But this is what the great movies are made of. Right now, as I speak, there's a movie in the works. They've probably already contacted the family and paid them off, but there's other people that can make movies without having to pay anybody. I don't know. If there's anyone left in my chat, please voice your opinion. But I can tell you this much. Something fishy is going on in the crime community and all around us. Can we agree on that? Something's going on. Maybe a coup. Maybe they're trying to kill me. Maybe they're trying to kill all of us. We don't know. I would like to give a shout out to the great Deborah Ann, who is in my chat right now, but is gone. And that's another thing. People, you got to be there. It's the channel's live. You're a mod. Well, I'm also a creator, and I also help take care of my little brother that has a disability. I got a disability myself. We can't be there 24/7. I don't know. Now, folks, make sure you also check out Dave Levine's channel, the guitar channel, Dave Levine's guitar channel. Great channel. We talk about everything: music, food, movies, guitars, amps, foot pedals, you name it. Now I'm going to end this video. I'll be back. I'm trying to clean up around here and watch videos at the same time and then make videos at the same time. And it's hectic. My back is killing me today. I don't know what it is. Excuse me. Excuse me, Debbie. I think it's somebody putting a curse on me and my family. Evil at the works. I don't know. Maybe. Lord, I'm going to say a prayer for us all and YouTube and the people in my chat. Lord, if you can look over us, if you can keep these trespassers out of us, we'd appreciate it. And if you can help us solve these cases, because we all know God is the best investigator of all, we'd appreciate it, Lord. We definitely would appreciate it. If you can keep them from putting their magic voodoo curses and spells on us, we'd appreciate it, Lord. We really would. Look over us if you can. I know you're a busy man, Lord. I know this. Yeah, I know this. We are a creation of God and a product of the world. All right, and quit coming up with new names for things. I was in a chat today and I heard that everybody's got a protocol or protocol, which is somebody that looks like you. Yes, but we don't call them that. We call them clones, lookalikes. I don't know. They come up with all this fancy name. Everybody's got a DuPont or whatever. I don't know. I'm not too smart. Keep it simple, folks. Keep it simple. If you run into somebody that looks like you, it's called a clone or a lookalike. Maybe a twin you didn't know you had. Jeez, I got to do everything in this country. Yeah, I was in a chat and they were using big words, and everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" Everyone's got a produco in the world that looks like you. Yeah, we in the real world we call it a clone or a lookalike. Keep it simple, folks. Don't get too brilliant in your chat, because you got people like me that are like, "What the heck are they talking about?" Now the whole new thing in the Idaho 4 cases, it was an incel. I'm like, oh my god, an incel is a weather pattern for weather, not what incel. Well, these are people that are celibate and don't sleep with people. They're self-chosen celibacy. I'm like, are you? You got to be nuts, right? But they might be right. Why? Because there is no wrong theory in a psycho madness case like the Idaho 4 and so many more. But do I think it's an incel? I don't think so. But anything is possible. Anything is possible. Now I'm going to end this video. I will be back later. Oh, I got some chores to do around here. And that's my opinion and my theories and assumptions on the Idaho 4 case. Everyone is a suspect until the case is closed. You folks have a good night. Be safe.